So, in our last session of Salt Rock, we saw the Nine Hells reach Sanctuary, a mysterious floating moat in the middle of the Astral Sea. They found themselves quickly set upon and questioned by strange humanoid dragon creatures that called themselves Dragonborns? A human female by the name of Storm Silverhand intervened and safely ushered the party from the guardsmen and into the city that sat upon the moat, an incandescent city with a floating orb above the highest peak acting as a sun. The party travelled up the main spire of the city that sat in the dead centre, up these moving staircases that seemed to ever shift, almost like the moving staircases of Hogwarts, until they reached Elminster's chamber, where they met Elminster. At least, a sickly and ailing version of him, as he was bedridden, slowly being eaten away as he was holding most of Mistra's power within himself and the other chosen of Mistra, where he enlightened the party on a few different happenings within the cosmos and the pantheons. Mistra was assassinated. She was assassinated by Shah, but Shah in herself was assassinated by an entity, an undead lich by the name of Asarak, who sought to usurp Mistra's throne and consequently brought forth this destructive blue fire that seems to be wreaking havoc across the divine realms. He pleaded with the Nine Hells to join him in stopping this Asarak by locating a creature's phylactery, the best way to destroy a lich. The party took up the charge and continued Elminster's research in the library, but not before running into another agent of Elminster, a rival. Sigismund Mollarch and Gregory exchanged words of anger, these lifelong rivals, before parting. Gregory smacking Smigismund straight in the face.
Smigismund.
And promising him that their dealings would not be done yet. The Nine Hells delved into Elminster's research that was left out before he deteriorated to a point that he could not continue.
Hell, are you all right, mate? Do you need like a drink of water or something? You know?
That's all right. I'll be all right.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever had a recap where you haven't said something, Bobby. It's always been funny.
I can't help myself. He fucks up a word. I'm just like, oh, come on.
You just got to have the limelight all the time, man. Why don't you just share it?
I'm sharing it with you now. Hurry up and finish so I can stop sharing it.
No, this is my time. Like, you're not supposed to share my time with me if it's my time.
Right, stop talking about it. Just get on with it.
Go fuck yourself. It is here that the Nine Hells continued on Elminster's research, which led them to two children's books, old tales to scare children. One was called The House of Many Corridors, and the other one was called The Luminous Fisherman. They cross-referenced these books to maps of Faerun and located two different locations, Cedarsbrook, within the Gulfamere Forest, and the House of Dark Consumption, located in the Underdark, which I was particularly impressed with Gregory for finding that one straight away. The party had to choose between one of these locations and decide where the phylactery was located. A 50-50 guess. They had decided to head back to where it all started, to the Gulfamere Forest and the town of Cedarsbrook. And that is where we will be starting the session. So, you've all had a long couple of hours. You can't really tell what time it is in this sort of weird pocket dimension, but you feel, well, at least Fiddle, you're certain a few hours have passed since you've been in here, cross-referencing, doing the books and getting the locations and deciding where you need to go. So, as you have set down your location, what would you all like to do?
What are we supposed to be looking for?
We're looking for the phylactery, and I think we're decided on Cedarsbrook. Does that sound good to everyone?
Fairly sure this is probably the best idea.
Mm-hmm.
Cedarsbrook is sat there, hopefully just fine, as a little sleepy town next to a lake. Hopefully it is just fine. The other one is in the Underdark, and will therefore be harder to get to. This way, if it's in Cedarsbrook, fantastic. Cross it off the list. We've done it. If it's not, at least we've done the easier one first. We would hate to get all the way to the Underdark, look around there, find it's not there, and then go to the easy one. All of this is assuming that when Salt Rock, the island, was overtaken fully by Malar, we did see when we were at the party with the Queen, we did see that out over the lake, the island had become like it had some shining light over it, and we were quite a distance away. We were, I don't know, thousands of miles maybe, but we could see it like over the horizon, a big white light, or a big shining light, a big bright light. So there is a chance that Cedarsbrook is enveloped in whatever is going on at Salt Rock. It's not very far away from Salt Rock, so we might start getting close to it and find out that it has also been enveloped in some fiery hellscape. So it might not be the easy option. If we get there and that's the case, maybe we decide that the Underdark is easier, in which case we then go to the Underdark, but we can cross that bridge when we come to it.
What are we waiting for then?
Well, I'm fairly sure in either case, and depending when we get there and it's fucked, I mean, probably just do it anyway. The more fucked it is, the more likely it is that the phylacteries are
It
there.
used to be that one. That is a bloody good point. This is a very good point. So, how are we all feeling at the moment? I know we've been up for a while. We've been up. This is the same day as the party.
No, it's been a couple of days. Like a day.
Nope. I'm pretty sure we went to the party last night.
So for coherency's sake, I'll say the party with the attack happened around about midnight, and then you went back in to save the Queen, which took you to about 2 a.m., which you teleported out to the nearby forest, the King's Forest, where you slept for 8 hours, which took you to the morning, and then you teleported to Shadowdale and spent a good half a day trying to find the lake, come through to the lake. That's all happened. So you are all probably still very fatigued from everything that's happened, because again, you camped out in the forest, in the dome, which is still nice conditions, but still uncomfortable ground to be on.
So it probably happened. So the fight probably happened about 24 hours ago, but we have slept a good 8 hours within theirs. So what is it now? Like coming up to midnight again?
If you'd a guess, yeah, but again, you're in some sort of weird kind of pocket dimension.
I don't need to guess.
I mean, you'd be able to say from Faerunian time, yeah, it'd probably be coming up to around about midnight. But again, you're in some sort of pocket dimension which has its own sort of sun, which is casting a light on, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Best course of action. Good night's sleep, I'd say.
Yeah. She said we had rooms upstairs, possibly up in the tower, wherever it was, in this
Seventh floor.
the 7th floor. She said we had rooms up in the 7th floor, so maybe we should go up there and get a night's sleep.
I think that would be best.
Or
Yeah.
I might be able to pop out the mansion and we could have a sleep in there instead.
Maybe we could overhear some things if we stay in the building.
Yeah, see what they're like.
Well, I am quite tired.
Well, while we sleep, I'll just level myself up to level 14.
That would be ideal, yes. Okay, so you're all heading up to the 7th floor. Assuming you're doing what you said and proof checking the rooms are safe, you can roll me an investigation check to thoroughly check them, whoever's doing that.
Yes, please. Nice, 25.
Yeah, don't seem to be trapped in the slightest. The rooms themselves seem decadent in style. Beds with king-size beds with bed frames, drapes over the sides. A bathtub sits in the corner with a full tub of water, all at the perfect temperature, not too hot, not too cold, just a lovely temperature for a bath that seems to stay consistent. The temperature doesn't change the longer you're in there. There's a campfire on one side of the wall. The other side of the wall is a vanity mirror with a dresser and a decadent wardrobe to the side of it as well. Seems all very cozy, and you see the window that is in these rooms has a little kind of cord next to it, which you can pull, and once you pull it, it changes the scenery outside the window. So you can pull it once and there's a farmland, you pull it again and you're next to the coast in Faerun, pull it again, you're by a forest, etc, etc. There's like dozens of different sceneries you can change from in the window to kind of give it a bit more of a comfortable feel. And you're all designated a room each as well, if you so wish.
In that case, I would like to have a bath and have a shave.
I would like
Okay.
to watch.
Okay, so Gregory, you're going to have a bath. Are you saying anything to Sole, who's trying to like watch?
My door's closed.
Okay, so Sole, you go in, and then Gregory closes the door behind him.
Damn. Maybe next time.
So Gregory, you go in there, and do you see there's no sort of tools or anything, or razors or creams to kind of shave with, and then you kind of shout out, and you see there's these assistants that kind of run around. They're almost like servants in a way, but they're all dragonborn and seem very hospitable. And you say, "Oh, I need a razor," and you see him kind of cut their hands and pull it apart, and you see a razor appears in their hands, a bit like what Fiddle does with his minor illusions and stuff, and hand you over a razor for you to use.
You also have a bottle of wine.
He goes to clap his hands and shakes his head, and then runs down to the cellar and brings you up some wine with a goblet.
That'll do. It's not as impressive, but thank you.
You're welcome very much.
Okay, are you going to like hang around here, or are you like leaving now?
I'm gonna stay outside your door to make sure
Yes,
I'm readily available if you ever need me.
All right, okay. A sponge. That'd be nice.
Claps his hands and a sponge appears. Would you like me to sleep at the bottom of your bed as well?
Not really. Yeah,
Some
appreciate
people
the
like
offer.
it. Especially lords like yourself, you know, more
no.
safety for assassins and stuff. It's
Yeah.
a bit more of a...
Not really one of those people. But you're more than welcome to stand outside the door all night.
Okay, well, if you ever need me, just shout out and I'll be here.
Yes, I'm
Always.
sure you will. I appreciate that. I don't feel uncomfortable.
He sort of just starts turning his back and then just stands by the frame of the door, just standing by the side, just looking out into nothing. It's a very like narrow corridor where all these doors are situated, you know, a bit like a hotel corridor.
So, okay, you've
almost
got
adjacent to each other.
you've got half of the idea. If you could just do that exact thing on the outside of the door, with the door closed.
Oh, yes, my bad. And he just slowly steps out, staring at you. And he's just got like a smile on his face, like happy to serve.
Yes. The door now. Close the door.
He grabs the doorknob and slowly closes it, and he just pokes his like long snout through, and he's like, "Have a good night." As he closes the door.
Well, that's over with, I guess. Yeah, I'd like to pour myself a little goblet of wine. Yeah, have a nice relaxing evening.
Yeah. You managed to do all your bodily maintenance just fine. You find as well, actually. Roll me, I'd say sleight of hand. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
It's a 10.
10. Okay. So you managed to shave yourself fine. You do at one occasion just lightly nick yourself, and it's just a small little nick that draws a little blood, but
I
not
use
enough
lay
to be
on hands.
noticeable.
Or lay on finger.
Well, so you go to use your paladin innate ability, and as you go to reach up, the cut's not there anymore.
Oh.
And You can't feel it, but you still feel the trickle of blood that came out. So you're definitely certain it happens, but the cut just seemed to seal up straight away.
Well, that's useful.
So, is there anything anyone else is doing before they take a long rest, or are you just all taking
I'd
a
like
nap?
to do my puzzle box, please.
Okay. So you sit down on this very nice bed again. It's like sleeping on a cloud, it is. And yeah, rinse and repeat, John Claude.
Just to double check, there is nothing.
Fiddle's sat next to me, helping to give me advantage.
No, this is something you do on your own, unfortunately.
There is nothing we can do to help.
No, it's designed like one person holds it and like has to have their fingers on at the same time. If someone else comes in, the angles get awkward, and then when John Claude is trying to move the next piece over, you're gonna get in the way of each other.
Okay,
Fair.
I'll roll.
Okay.
No, that's wrong. Investigation, you said.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's fine then. Let me try again. Yes, 25, please, God.
Okay, so
I might have been
As
just
you're-
rolling a flat 20 for a portion of
no worries. Okay, so you get by the first hour, and again, like this Rubik's Cube, you're managing to put all the pieces in place, and you feel like you've opened up the first lock within this box. Second hour rolls on. Second investigation check, please.
He went to do it again. Straight at it. Straight to me.
No, God, damn it!
What'd you get?
12.
Okay, so this time around, and you would be in the room next to Gregory. So Gregory, as you're kind of sipping on your wine in the bathtub, you hear this humongous as John Claude, you get your thumb caught into the puzzle box before you quickly pull it out.
I chuckle to myself in the bath as I drink my wine.
So that's another finger plastered on your ever bandaged hands, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I go to bed and sulk.
Okay, so Fiddle, you're kind of sat there, and you see John Claude just goes
Could
to
I
bed.
find out if we are going to be required to make our own way there, or whether we can be teleported? I would like to find out that information, so that I can
Sure.
decide what spells to take in the morning.
So you can go around to see if you can find within the tower itself. Well, it's up to you. You can ask one of the Dragonborn sort of servants, or you can go and find Storm, who's the silver-haired
Storm would be a
woman,
better person to find.
or
She seems more-
Elasra, who seems to be Storm's older sister. That seems to be by Elminster's bedside all the time.
Yeah, either Storm or Elasra, one of the two. I'm not too fussed. They both seem to have pretty good knowledge of Elminster and what's going on here.
Okay, so you go out to the moving staircases, and you go up to check Elminster's chamber, and the door is locked, and you assume that sort of has been barred from anyone seeing him because he's not in a fit state. And pressing your ear up against the door, you can hear just the faint kind of screams of what you heard earlier of Elminster just going a bit mad and sort of in this state of insanity. So you go back down to the foray, which is at the bottom of the tower where it opens up into the districts of the city. And there you see Storm talking with two different females wearing blue tabards with a harp symbol across it. Seems to be quite shifty, these two, very roguish in nature. And you see Storm just kind of speaks to him, finishing off. She's like, "And let us know if there's any words coming from Waterdeep or any attacks that happen imminently." And you see both of them kind of nod, and then they start wandering off as she turns round to you, and she's like, Fiddle, was it? I hope your stay here's been satisfactory."
Yes, yeah, it's been pretty good so far. Was that anything to be worried about, that conversation?
There have been two mass hordes of undeads that appeared on the world. One from the uncharted jungles of Chult, and another one coming from, well, a place you're familiar with the Golfamere.
Interesting. So the one coming from Golfamere, we sort of got a plan to go to Cedarsbrook tomorrow.
Oh, how so? Have
Um,
you advanced in your research?
Yeah, as it currently stands, we have.
Oh, what have you found out, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, need to know business, that is. Need to know, unfortunately. But, we think heading to Cedarsbrook would forward our goals.
Our goals?
Yeah. Our goals. I look at her a bit shifty.
Interesting.
You seem awfully nosy for somebody who says they're on our side.
Well, I'm just curious since, your group haven't officially said if you're helping out or not. You were going to take some time to think about it and let us know if you were helping us. And she's kind of like looking around at like the Dragonborn behind you and then looks back at you or against us. I'm curious now that the subject is coming up. I didn't question it when Elminster said, but what were your group doing in Salt Rock?
I'm sorry, but if you'd been there, you would have known. It's as simple as that, to be honest. The world was sort of ending there, and if you'd have been there, you would be clued up. But you guys weren't. You were hiding here.
You see it pulls this kind of like scoff, I suppose, and she's like, well, as far as we know, seems that everything in Salt Rock has caused the world to end in the way it has been.
Yes. And you would know.
Call it divine prominence that the sellsword group that happened to be on Salt Rock has ended up here, where the only people that seem to be actually actively trying to stop the threat are now mysteriously leaving after so shortly arriving. It's just curious, isn't it?
Yes. Think what you like. Is there a possibility that we can be teleported to the Golthamere Forest, or will we have to make our own way there?
Not without knowing your purpose.
Okay, fine. I walk away.
You see the two Dragonborn servants, and again, they're tiny. Well, I suppose they're a little bit taller than you, but you're almost on like eye level, and with these ones, and
really?
they kind of stand in your way. Yeah. These guys are
Interesting.
almost kind of like kobold looking.
Right.
And they stand in the way, and they got these kind of teeny tiny, almost Alice in Wonderland like spears, like the cards, and they stand in the way, and she's like, no, let him pass. And you see them kind of look at each other, and they're like, and they kind of stand aside reluctantly and let you go back up the moving staircase.
Nice. That would have been fun if they tried to stop me.
So, Soleil, is there anything you're doing?
I'm probably just gonna go to bed, to be honest.
Yeah?
I feel like I've earned it.
Yeah, for sure. So, you go to bed. Are you attuning to the belt that you got?
Yes, please.
Okay. Because it will take an hour to attune to that as well, so you can do that before bed.
Brilliant.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone else is doing before they take a long rest?
Gonna give my armor a little clean as well. Light some incense, say some blessing.
Is there anything in particular, or are you just kind of doing your routine sort of thing?
Yeah, just a routine, but making sure everything's pretty good. Because if we're going into potentially the final bit, Gregory wants to be prepared. He wants to be clean. He wants to be imposing. He wants his armor to shine.
Yeah, you feel after spending a couple hours, which I suppose is therapeutic for Gregory, just kind of repairing armor, shining it, making it look presentable. Okay, so you all take a long rest.
Sorry. As I get back up to my room.
You will be. Yeah, go on.
As I get up to my room, I would like to. What is the current situation with Shah, as I know it?
So what you've been told is Shah is dead.
Yeah.
Shah was assassinated by Asarak
Right.
and then taking or usurping her throne and her power. He took the guise of Shah to assassinate Mistra, which caused all this, as far as you know, from what you've been told, caused all the blue flame to erupt and destroy all the divine realms, or destroying the divine realms, not destroyed. So knowing that from the information you've been given, Shah is Asarak.
Okay, that was a shifty enough answer, and with Fiddle in his current paranoid state, I would like to sit down with my book open. I'm going to pop up FM and tell him to keep watch on the door, just to
Is that bulked
shake
up
me awake.
FM or normal FM?
Normal FM. Normal FM.
Okay. Cheap.
Yeah. Pop him out. Just tell him, just watch over me for a second, buddy. Shake me awake if anybody comes in. And
Cheap.
I'd like to cast Contact Other Plane as a ritual.
Okay. Doing this, it'll be a you're just speaking verbally. If it's a ritual, it's going to be about 10, 11 minutes.
Yep.
As you're attempting to, transcend your consciousness. I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Nice. 24.
24. Okay, so you feel the psychic storm start kind of washing over you as you start leaving your body, sending your consciousness up. But you manage to bypass them with ease. Whereabouts are you trying to contact?
So I push my consciousness through towards Shah, or where Shah should be.
Okay. You send your consciousness up past the astral sea as you start seeing all these constellations and stars whiz past you, and you arrive at there's usually when you do this, there would be some sort of indicator that there's an entrance or a shunt or a bridge to go from one place to another, a gateway into a realm. This one, you arrive and you stop still, and you just see there's just like a mass of dark warping energy in front of you. It's just never ending. It's bottomless. It's almost like what you'd imagine just staring into the abyss be like, but it's just like this warping black mass. And to look at it in detail and see the little tethers that dissipate off it, it almost emulates the weave in some regards. The weave that you've seen, which is, all these little strings that kind of bend the fabric of reality. It's almost like that, but it's all like kind of broken and tethered. Almost like a DNA strand that's just been like dissipated and destroyed. It looks like a twisted version of the weave you're staring at.
Interesting. But there's no entity as far as I can tell.
As far as you can see, there seems to be nothing here.
Okay then. Well then, to Asarak.
So you decide to call this like a dead end, and you come back out of it, and then you recast it again as a ritual. I'll say another intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, 26.
26. So you go back through once more, and you pass the constellations, you pass the stars, you zoom past the astral sea, and whoosh, you stop at a point. You're a bit confused to start with, and you look forward and you see the dark weave once more. It's the same spot.
Interesting.
What are you doing?
I think I asked my question. Say, Asarak, are you there?
Don't get a response. What's your second question?
Are you scared?
Don't get a response.
Because you should be. and then I come out of it.
Okay, Fiddle,
Yeah.
make me an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh. 20.
Okay, you take 12 points of psychic damage,
Ooh.
and your intelligence and charisma scores have become 1.
Oh dear.
As you all hear this, so some of you have already gone to bed, and I'll say, Gregory, you're about getting ready for bed, but you all get risen awake because the room just down, a couple rooms down from you, you start hearing this screaming as you hear Fiddle just shouting, and you're hearing FM just jeep, 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 as you're hearing this like wailing of noise coming from Fiddle's room.
I grab Black Razor and I don't bother putting much clothes on. I've got the loincloth on, but I run into Fiddle's room.
Okay, so you
I
run out
also
and you see.
run.
Okay, so Sole, you run out as well. As you see the Dragonborn standing outside your house. He's like, wait, and you kind of just shove him to the side. He's like, ah! As you run into the room, you see Fiddle just rolling around, holding his head.
No, not again. Fiddle, you okay? Look at me, Fiddle, look at me. What happened? What's the matter?
So, Fiddle,
Yep.
you are under the Feeble Mind spell, so you can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way.
I look at you and I go, "Whoa!"
Wrong with him? Wrong with you?
Where is JC?
Sound asleep. Or
I'm-
pretending to be.
I'm going to go get him.
Okay, JC, you hear a knock on the door.
No, I barge in.
5 more minutes, Ma.
Get up! And I grab him by his hair and drag him out.
Okay. So, JC, you get dragged out of bed and dragged into Fiddle's room by Sole.
Fix this.
I cradle in my hands and say, shush, Fiddle, it's okay, it's okay. I would like to use Cleansing Touch.
Okay, tell me what that does.
You can use your action to end one spell on yourself or one willing creature that you touch. 3 times per long. It's okay. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, you can go for it.
Yeah. I'll give him a little cleansing touch, a little caress. A caress on the cheek. I say, shh, it's okay. All right.
Okay. I'm going to say for this, because it's not specifically in the spell, but it's one of those where the wording does actually make sense for it. Especially because it's a 14th thing. I'm going to say roll me a medicine check. DC to beat is 10 plus the spell level, which is 8. So it'll be DC 18 to beat your medicine.
I rolled in that one.
Okay, so you go to cast Cleansing Touch, but you see Fiddle, he's almost acting like animalistic. He just kind of like shakes you off and starts kind of crawling away, so you can't really bring him down to cast it.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah, I saw his hand come up and I get very, very angry. Go down onto all fours.
Hmm.
Arr. Arr.
Maybe I should bite him.
Arr. I look at the door. I look at them. I look at the door. Then I run to the door.
I would like to use command to get him to stop.
Okay. So is that a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, 16.
Okay, Fiddle.
25.
Shit.
Okay, come on, doesn't work.
I'd like to run out the door.
Shit. But I just start chasing him.
I run after him.
Okay, so you all start running after him as you see Fiddle, where you going?
What's out there? What's out in the hallway? Just back downstairs. I want to be out of this building. I don't like the building. I don't like these people.
Okay, so you get to the moving staircases and they're all moving. You don't really know why or where they go, and you can't make heads or tail of which one to get on to move.
I stand there and look all confused, and then I look back at the people chasing me and I just throw myself down the stairs.
What are you doing?
Okay, roll a dex saving throw just to make sure you don't miss the stairs.
Nice, 20.
20. Okay, so you manage to you all get to the edge as you see Fiddle just kind of like pounces more than jumps as he kind of launches down and he kind of just bashes all the way down to the bottom, but somehow doesn't hurt himself as he kind of like
My
hits
boots are
each one.
flying, sat inactive on my feet.
How far down is it?
You're looking at you're on the 5th floor. No, you're on the 7th floor. Sorry, so you're looking at about 70 feet.
70 feet. Okay,
Jesus
all right. I'm going to dimension door down to him.
Yes, you can. Yeah, so you open up the door in front of you and you step through, and Fiddle, you see Gregory standing in front of you. He's just appeared.
Nice. Where's the exit? Is it behind him?
It's behind him. He's in between it.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I look at him and I snarl.
Okay, I'm going to apologize. I'll apologize for this later, Fiddle. And
I'm gonna benign transposition. You said I can't do spells, right?
You can't cast spells.
Okay, I'm gonna use my ability then, rather than the spell, to do benign transposition and swap places with Gregory, and run out the door. Let me know if I can't, but it's not a spell.
It is not, but I think the purpose of the spell is to kind of make you. It's whether like an animal would be, just basically a dumb creature would be smart enough to know to do that.
I think a blink dog would understand its innate abilities.
I'll say roll me an Arcana check. You got to beat 10.
Nice, that's a 3.
Okay. You don't really know what that will do.
Nice.
You don't think it will help you at the moment.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna roll an intelligence check quickly to see whether I would pull out a dagger or whether I would just attack him. I got a 5, so yeah, I'm just gonna try and run straight past him, expecting him to grab me, I suppose. But yeah, just gonna try and tumble right into him and like shove him over.
Okay. I'll say that's a contested grapple check then. If Gregory, you're trying to grab him.
Yep, what is it? Just a strength check.
Strength. Strength or.
I think
Yeah,
you do acrobatics or athletics.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I do athletics.
Yep. Okay,
Nice.
athletic.
Got a 7.
20. Not
Nice.
that,
Nice.
Okay, so
I run at you to pound you over and just jump into your arms and you grab me.
though. Yeah, just like, that was easier than I anticipated.
Yeah, so Gregory, you've now got a Fiddle who's sort of like wailing his arms and legs about, almost like a wild creature that you've just grabbed, and he's trying to like wriggle his way out as Soleil and John Claude, you come down to the bottom of the stairs to rejoin Gregory as he's holding Fiddle in his arms.
Yeah, I bite him.
All right. I'll say before you do that, John Claude, Soleil, is there anything you two are doing?
Wiping the sleep from my eyes.
Bear in mind, there's now like a mostly naked man sitting in front of you holding a child-sized wizard.
I'll try and grab Fiddle's legs.
Okay.
gonna
So
kick her
I'll
off.
say that's a contested grapple again. Fiddle, you'll be at disadvantage because you're grappled already.
Nice. Nat 20 on the first one.
Okay.
Oh, no, 15 on the second one. Nice. Got more
Okay.
power in my legs.
So Soleil is athletics.
Mine is a 23.
Okay, so Fiddle, you're currently now grappled with your arms and legs as Soleil and Gregory are both holding you down.
I think we're just kind of holding him up in the air, aren't we? We're just
I was
kind
gonna
of
say,
going
I'm
by
like
the sides
6
of his
foot
legs.
something. Oh, wait. No, I'm like 8 foot. Fucking hell. He's just hanging upside down.
You see some like Dragonborn come over and they're like, is there anything we can do for you? As you see like Fiddle there just kind of like barking and shouting, and he's like, I'll go get Storm, and he starts running off.
Well, I kind of wish I had the opportunity to put some clothes on before any of this happened, but
Trying to escape the grapple again.
Okay. be contested.
Right.
Is it 17?
Oh, it's 12. Caught me off guard.
Yes.
Mine's a 26.
Okay, so Fiddle, you managed to break free from your arms, but your legs are still trapped as you get dropped on your heads, and you're trying to like grab away.
He's just dangling.
Gregory, what are you doing?
I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Fiddle. Can I just try and punch him in the face and knock him unconscious?
Yeah, you can certainly try. I think Fiddle's got like 50 odd hit points, so
I have 19 at the moment.
okay, all right, well, yeah, roll me to hit them.
It's 24.
Yep, that hits.
Okay.
Great.
What's your strength score? Your strength modifier, sorry.
My modifier is +3.
Well, you probably have like an unarmed strike damage dealer.
Oh yeah, so 6. Yeah.
6. Okay, so you take 6 points of damage, Fiddle, as you get clocked straight to the nose.
Nice.
Still conscious? Okay, so yeah, Fiddle, you get clocked square in the nose, and it's made you even more angry as these people are just trying to hold you down. Don't know why.
JC, go grab some rope.
I realise that I'm far too like difficult to pull away from this woman. She's far too strong, so I'm gonna pull out my dagger and stab her.
Okay,
Can
roll.
I quickly
That is
intercept
not
and
very
disarm
nice.
him?
Do what, Gregory?
Can I just try and intercept that dagger?
I got a 17.
Unless you have a reaction, because you've just used your action to punch, and now Fiddle's using his action to attack. So unless you have a reaction to kind of, like I said, like Sentinel or something.
Yeah, no.
Okay, Soleil, does 17 hit?
I'd like to intercept, but after the first attack.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you can all
Yeah.
try and grapple me again afterwards, but does a
all right,
17 hit?
well,
It
Yeah,
does
well-
hit, yeah.
roll your damage.
Beautiful. 5 points of damage.
5 points damage. Okay, Soleil, you get stabbed in the arm as bits of fucking this little feral creatures just stabbing people. John Claude, what are you doing?
I'm fully dressed, so I've got my hempen rope.
You are not. You were dragged out of bed.
Fully dressed, bow in hand. Isn't that right, Solo?
Yeah, of course.
See?
No, I contest.
Yeah, I would say that
Objection.
you're probably in your PJs with your nightcap on.
Or naked.
Well, fine. I would like to, I don't know, kick Fiddle. I'd like to karate kick the knife out of his hand. Sacre bleu, that knife looks like it is danger.
I don't think you've got a disarming attack. I think you'd need to be like a martial person to do that.
Yeah, I'd say you got more chance of getting yourself stabbed in the foot than kicking him.
I'm just imagining JC in a little nightcap, just trying to.
Okay, alright. Is there any... God damn it, there isn't a jail cell in the room, is there?
We're in like the hallway.
Oh,
now, we're in the
conveniently there is.
Try and look at like your ranger stuff and see if there's anything ranger specific you can do to help in a situation like this. I don't know if there is or isn't, but
I'm not sure there is.
don't have
Apart
any like
from-
spells like ensnaring, what do you call it? Divine things. No.
No, my spells are all kind of sad. I'd like to
Okay.
cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, roll the
No,
dice.
no, undo, Control D.
Okay,
Mom.
all right. What are you doing then, John Claude?
I would like to grapple.
Okay, contested grapple check between the two of you.
What do I roll?
Athletics. Athletics. Because you are the aggressor.
I got a 20.
Oh no!
What'd you get, John
I
Claude?
got a 10.
Okay, so you go to grab him, and he starts swinging his dagger about, and you kind of have to pull back before you get slashed. As,
my nitecap
you
falls into my eyes.
yeah.
Can I just start shaking him? You know, like in Finding Nemo, like, fishy. Just fucking shake this cunt.
How much?
Just swing him around.
That could count
How
as your unarmed attack.
How much do you weigh, Fiddle?
Let me have a look.
Does it matter? I'm huge.
Well, I'm seeing if you can do it one-handed or not.
Oh, okay. Well, I can swing him like a what's that thing they do in the Olympics?
40 pounds.
40 pounds. Yeah, you could. You definitely can picking up one arms. Since your strength is ridiculous now, so you can lift like over nearly 1,000 pounds.
Can I like swing him just to like disorientate him? Like just swing him around.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be for being dizzy.
To the point of where his
I
fucking
think-
eyes are rolling around.
I think this counts as her taking the dodge action against me.
Well, no, not because she's not trying to avoid you. She's trying to like I said, like just.
But it will make, it'll give me disadvantage on attacking her next time.
I would say, yeah, you can either do the dodge action, Soleil, or you can basically like slam him to the ground afterwards and do basically like a unarmed attack.
I'd like to slam him, please.
Okay, it's a bit like Hulk with Loki. Roll me to hit them.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
All right, what's your unarmed damage?
1 + 2. Doesn't have a D next to it.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it won't have a dice.
Okay, so is that it?
So it'll be 3 doubled, so you take 6 points of damage. Fiddle.
That is pathetic.
As you see Storm runs in, and she's like, whoa, what's going on? She kind of looks down, and she's like, what's wrong with him?
He's under some kind of spell and he won't calm down.
She kind of looks over, and she looks at you, Fiddle, and like seeing you like froth from the mouth and stuff. She's like, okay, and she walks over and goes to kneel down next to you. You're gonna try and slash at her because she's gonna try and like kind of touch your head.
Yeah, 100%. Who's still got me grappled at this point?
Soleil does.
Soleil. Yeah, I'm gonna try stabbing Soleil again.
Okay.
Sorry, Soleil.
Roll
I
to
mean,
hit.
I get 2 attacks. So can I slam him again?
You do get 2 attacks.
Yeah.
I've just had a look. Your unarmed attack damage is 6, by the way, Soleil.
Oh, thank
So you
you.
would have done 12.
I'd say because Gregory has been waiting to do something. Gregory, you can attempt to grapple him so he can't move
He's
his
just trying
arms.
to get in at any point.
Okay, cool.
Okay, well, one more contested grapple between you two then, just to see if you can like hook his arm with the dagger in.
19.
22.
Okay, so Fiddle, you get pulled out into a hammock again between Gregory and Soleil as you see Storm
Nice.
walks over, places a hand on your head, and she says, "I wish for the feeble mind to end."
Bite her hand.
God.
Roll me to hit.
Okay. It's a 4.
For a 4.
Gag
Okay,
him.
so you go to bite, and she just lifts her hand up and she just taps you on the nose, like bad boy, and she puts her hand over your forehead. I wish for the feeble mind to end, and you see all this kind of prismatic energy just wash off over Fiddle. As Fiddle, you regain all your faculties once more, as the feeble mind is ended. She's like, and takes a step back as you're kind of dangling there between Gregory and Soleil.
I go, guys. I fucked it. I fucked right up. I fucked right up. I'm so sorry.
Well, what gave that away?
I'm so sorry.
I never would have guessed.
I tried to find Azarak. I tried. And it went so bad. So bad.
Where did it look like he was?
Yeah, this is the weird thing. It didn't look like he was even there. Didn't even look like he was there, so I said some stupid thing about he should be scared of us. And then started to leave. And then he got me! Right when I wasn't expecting it.
Were you gobbing off?
Yeah, but I didn't think he was there. Didn't actually think he was there. And then he was, and he got me right when I was my back was turned. I wasn't expecting it. Didn't have my defenses up.
You see Storm kneels down next to you, Fiddle, and she's like, Jitor, this is very serious. Did he see you?
I mean, you're a wizard as much as I am. Is feeble mind not a creature within sight?
She looks down at you, and she's like, is there anything of his that you carry on you right now?
Not as far as I'm aware. I roll like an intelligence check to
Yeah,
see
roll.
if I know anything. Or yeah, is there anything that I do know just straight up? With my keen mind.
Keen mind tracks back a month, right?
Yeah.
Thinking back to anything that would have anything Asarak related would be anything from Salt Rock, the Shadowfell, or the Shining Citadel. Tracking back to any items in that and anything that has this kind of power to kind of subvert the weave, there is one item that sticks out above the rest. A weird, almost conveniently placed Anoxy crown.
My circlet of the Shadowfell. Yeah, I pull it out of one of my pockets of my extra dimensional jacket.
Okay, so you pull out this crown and you'll see it as this like jet black crown, all jagged, these kind of set rubies along the bigger kind of spikes that point up towards the ceiling. And you see the very front ruby on it. As you start turning it around in your hand, Fiddle, and look at it, see the front ruby just sort of pivot around, and then it opens up like eyelids into this eye and looks directly at you.
Guys, I think we fucked up.
And she's like, she's like looking around at all four of you, and she's like looking around at the Dragonborn, and she's like, you led him to Sanctuary.
Well, I didn't until you made me take it out of my pocket.
He knows we're here.
Shove it back in my pocket.
Okay, you shove it back in the
For fuck's
pocket.
sake.
Do you think that'd really stop him?
Of course it does. It's an extra dimensional jacket. It's like a bag of holding. It's in a different plane now.
And to be fair, this could be any hallway anywhere.
It could be. It could be. Exactly.
She looks at all of you and she's like, are you all imbeciles?
Hey.
Well, JC's okay.
Any wizard worth his salt can cast a scrying spell. Any wizard
Yes,
who's worth
and
a
what's
damn
the inside of
can
my
see
pocket?
inside planes. You will all leave tonight. Elminster will hear of this, and she starts like storming past to kind of like barge your shoulders as she like starts walking up the stairs.
Oh, well, great going, Fiddle. You've done it again.
How far is she?
She's just starting to ascend the stairs, like not even 10 feet away from you.
I give Gregory a look. I give Gregory literally like a split-second look. Like, should we? Should we let her go? Should we not?
What, would you like me to kill her?
No, I'm not speaking. I'm just giving you a look. Like,
Fine,
should I stop
okay,
her?
all right.
Should I stop her?
Wait.
What's
Come
the
back.
look you give back?
Come back. Look, we're sorry. Fiddle is clearly a fool. But still, I think we're all right. We know potentially where the phylactery is. Well, for definite, we know it's in one of two places. We can fix this. We thought we have more time than this, but now it appears that we've run out. You've been nothing but kind to us so far. We all appreciate that. Just give us one night to prepare. First thing tomorrow we embark. We're going to Cedarsbrook. We believe that's where his phylactery is hidden. We'll make amends. This I promise. Now Fiddle apologise to the nice woman. You kick Fiddle and apologise to her.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
Roll a persuasion check.
It's a 13.
Should mine be a deception check?
Well, because you're not really sorry. No. She turns around on the spot. She starts walking back down. She looks at you, Gregory, and then she looks down at you, Fiddle. Your hand over the crown now.
Why? Thought you said you wanted it gone. No, I'm sorry, Gregory. This crown is far too powerful to just go handing around willy-nilly.
Fiddle?
We're not 100% certain on these people.
Yes, we are.
Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. I start taking a couple of steps back from everyone.
Fiddle, this paranoia has gone on long enough. We're running out of time. Give her the crown.
Give me the crown, Fiddle. She's just holding an outstretched hand for you as you're sort of like stepping back.
I'd like to stand next to Fiddle.
Oh, JC, please.
Okay, so JC, you step back with Fiddle.
Yeah.
We'll leave. We'll leave. We'll go and save the world on our own. But I'm not 100% certain about you guys.
Damn it. Fine. All that talking for nothing. We'll leave.
We came here, we got the information we needed. Don't think these guys are going to be much help anyway.
Not if they're working with Molish.
Not if they want this crown.
What's your passive perception, Gregory?
10.
Okay. Carry on.
All right.
I sort of go over towards Gregory's face and go, notice how nobody in here asked you about your sword.
What?
Well, nobody here's asked about your sword. They're supposed to be hyper-vigilant, crazy good guys who don't like evil artifacts. And yet nobody has made a comment about your sword.
It's true.
I think we go.
It was very comfortable.
I'm sure it was.
Solo, what are you doing as you've seen your 3 other party members go to the other side towards the exit?
I will follow them.
Okay. Solo joins you at the exit. You see Storm bring back her hand. She's like, this is a pity.
Look, we're still helping you, okay? Just on our terms.
Silas, Danta, escort our guests back to the pool. And you see the 2 Dragonborn kind of slam their spears down on the ground and they kind of come either side of you to kind of
Could I at least put my clothes back on, please? Allow me that.
Storm looks at you and she shouts up. She's like, we'll get someone to fetch you your gear. As you see the Dragonborn that was standing outside your door, Gregory, kind of come down with everyone's stuff, all like way too big for him as he's sort of like tripping down the stairs. He's like,
Just clean that.
kind of throws everything down on the ground, and she's like,
just clean that.
he's like, it's been a pleasure looking over you, and sort of just steps back to next to Storm. As Storm's like, you will get dressed and you will leave immediately.
Fuck's sake. Helm's bells. Why does this always happen to us?
Because we are fools.
One of us is. One of us is supposed to be the smartest one here.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for that. That was really nice.
Oh, wow. Yes, we did it out of kindness, didn't we? Not out of necessity. You're a fool, Fiddle.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
I really am. That obviously wasn't what I was planning.
Oh, really?
That didn't go nearly how I planned it, but I do get a weird feeling from them. I know I'm paranoid at the moment, and it could just be that, but...
Did you not just meet your lifelong hero in there, and you got a strange feeling? Fiddle, you've been paranoid since the ball.
Yes.
You can't trust your feelings anymore, and I'm not sure we can trust you.
You need to stop being so cocky as well. You're
Just
a
sit
small
down
man.
and shut up.
So you're all getting dressed in the foray, and you're currently surrounded by about 6 different Dragonborn who all just sort of standing around you, watching you get dressed. Like, it's very,
Very weird.
yeah, it's very close.
I have some goddamn privacy!
You see 2 of them flinch, seeing the commotion you were doing earlier, and then they sort of like stand back reluctantly. As you all get dressed 5-10 minutes later, and she's like, you see Storm's like, good. Now usher him back to the Shadowdale pool. before
We
you
know
go,
where it is. We can walk ourselves. What?
and she looks at you, Fiddle. I'll be taking that flare back from you as well.
Nope. And I cast teleport on all of us, taking us to Cedarsbrook.
Okay.
I help for advantage.
I rub my eyes because I'm very annoyed.
Okay. So you quickly throw out the circle around you, say the words, cast up the runes as the light starts shimmering up. You're still there.
Of course we are. Great. All right, we'll be leaving. Goodbye. Where's the door?
Okay, so you're all sprinting out, yeah?
Yeah, was for fuck's sake. Helm's bells, Fiddle, you idiot.
Right, I'm going to say for this, as you're all...
Guys, I fucked up again.
As you're now all kind of being chased across the across Sanctuary. It's not how I thought this was going to go.
So simple. All we had to do was sleep.
Right, I'm going to say, as you start running past all the Dragonborn, knock a few of them over as they're like, "Wah!" As you kind of sprint out the main entrance and you pass the two Centaur Guardians who are kind of like, you sprint past, a bit confused, and look behind, you see Storm shout out from inside the building, "What are you looking at? Go grab them!" As they start kind of like running on their hooves to chase up to you. And bear in mind, these are like half horse, half human, so they are fast as fuck as you're having to kind of all split up and go down different alleyways to kind of like hopefully go down some bits that they can't fit through.
I go, we should all split up. That's a great idea. I cast Find Seed and I grab Fiddle
Okay,
and sling him onto the horse.
so Gregory,
I turn into a werewolf and pick JC up on my back.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
So-
Look at us
Gregory,
go.
you blow your whistle and a bit like Torrent, Spectral Steed appears and you pull up Jator, put him on your back as you go right. As Soleil, you turn into the werewolf and go on all fours as John Cord, you get onto Soleil's back and go left.
Is there any animals around? Like a dog or a hen or a chicken?
Yeah,
Any sort of...
yeah. There's a couple.
Yeah, perfect. Down the road that we're about to run down, I take the dog that's there and transform him into a bear.
No!
That's me right off.
Okay. So,
Don't do that. Grab the chicken.
what's your save just out?
The chicken then.
Thank you.
The chicken then. I turn a chicken into a bear in the path that we're about to go.
Thank
It's a
you.
wisdom 19.
Okay.
A chicken cannot beat a wisdom 19. Don't even tell me that.
How I rule house rules is if it gets a nat 20,
Yeah,
nat
they get a
20,
roll.
it's a nat 20. That's a
Yeah, good point.
it got a
Good
7, so
No.
as this giant bear appears behind you two and blocks the centaur chasing you, as he's now trying to fight down this bear. As you manage to work your way around and outside the district.
Beautiful.
This is
Soleil,
fucking ridiculous.
Soleil and John Claude, what are you doing to lose your centaur guard?
Fuck knows. That's up to you, JC.
Mush! Mush!
What spells have you got?
Spells. I got no mushroom spells.
Wait, let me have a look. I've got a cantrip. Thank you, Fiddle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a firebolt behind me, quick.
Okay. Roll me to hit then, as you're gonna like quickly launch up and then shoot a firebolt back.
That's a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Fantastic. That's 15 points of damage.
Okay, you hear this massive as this huge firebolt just explodes across his chest. He's still chasing after you.
I would like to throw some salt and pepper of choking and sneezing.
Okay. What's the save on that again?
Does not say.
Does not say.
Just happens, I think.
No, I think it is a
Sneezing
C.
and choking. Here we go. DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
All right. Explain to me how you do it, JC.
Yeah, alright, so I'm sort of sat there scowling. You know, Solo's running, you know, putting in lots of effort, sort of sat there, leg crossed. You know, a hand on my chin, bobbing away as we're galloping along. And thinking away to myself, how can I get us out of this pickle? Oh, what have I got? I go, oh no, these are turnips, that won't do. Oh. I check my other coat pocket. I realise, oh, yep, my cat's still missing. So I get a little bit sadder.
You wipe a straight tear.
And then I realise in my top shirt pocket, along with a pen, pencil, and ruler, I've got some salt and pepper of choking and sneezing. So I grab as much of that into my hand as I can, just sort of loosely scraping that out of my pocket. And then yeah, I do a little bit of a salt bay, but to the side, so I flick it almost as if you're skimming a stone.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, and with a flourish, you see the centaur. He's like, as he just starts collapsing to the ground and coughing and sneezing uncontrollably, as it's written on the tin.
Beautiful.
As you light a rollie,
Excellent.
and you leave the district,
Yes.
and you both you see. So Vidal and Gregory, you leave the district first, and you're sort of riding outside in the farmlands towards the lake, the Shadowdale Lake, and you see Soleil and John Claude come out the other side, a bit closer to it, as you rejoin on the road and then head towards the lake. As you see all these Dragonborn coming out of the city, chasing after you, sort of just running after you. Right, are you all going back through the lake?
So,
Okay, so you crash into the lake once more as you start seeing all these arrows getting like launched, like aimlessly, just like they're sort of all landing in the lake next to you as you're sort of like wading your way into the deeper part in the middle. You start swimming, and then one by one you dive under and start swimming down. And as soon as you start swimming down, you start swimming up.
that was close. Quick, out of the lake, everyone.
Moron.
Out of the lake.
Oh, my fags have gotten wet.
I can dry them once we're on the shore. Come on, quick, to the lake, to the shore, to the side of the
I know
lake.
it's cold already.
What do you call the edge of a lake?
I shake myself like a wet dog.
Okay.
Ah!
Yeah, so shake yourself off. You're all drenched wet, but you manage to reach the other side. All panting, sweating, wet.
Oh my god. I don't know. I may be paranoid.
Yes,
they may
you
be good
definitely
guys,
are.
But I'm something is going on there. If that broke so badly, so quickly,
Yeah,
there's no way they're like
that
fine
was
good guys.
It was 0 to 60. That's sort of what.
Well,
Put my
it's
hackles
a
up.
secret base of operations, and you just kind of gave it up.
Yes, but why is she asking like what we're doing and what our purpose is? Elminster knew. Elminster knew everything about us. He was asking us questions to like, double check that we knew. He knew all of the answers to what we've been doing.
It was a little weird.
Yeah, but how can they trust us? If you're doing things like that. Like, why were you doing that,
They
Fiddle?
didn't-
Like spying.
I'm not
Spying.
sure I get-
That's
yeah.
why you're paranoid.
Yes, that wasn't the best move. But
No, it wasn't.
I just wanted to collaborate what he was saying. Collaborate.
You don't even know what you're saying.
as you're all like in a group bickering at the side of the lake, you hear this as you look down
Oh,
at the center
God.
of the lake and you see all these dragonborn start emerging.
Oh,
Run.
As
Keep
they're sort of
going.
like
Back on my back.
where'd he go? It's like, I don't know, I don't see him anywhere.
Shh. Sit here. They're done.
You see one of them look over and point over to you. He's like, there they are.
Fuck.
are there any stones on the shore?
Yeah, there's plenty of stones.
Yeah, can I just huck a stone right at one of their heads?
Sure, roll me a d20 and add your
Take their
dex.
eye out.
D20 and what?
Add your dex modifier.
It's an 18.
Hey, he just did Silas's eye out. He did. Get him.
Sorry. Sorry.
Cover them. Everyone onto my back. Actually, will I be able to carry everyone if I'm a giant hawk? Or a giant eagle? Is that what it is? Yeah, giant eagle.
2 in your clutches, 1 in your back. I think we've done this a couple of times where you can.
Yeah, I think we've done that
party
before,
this
haven't we?
size, you
Okay.
can.
Yep. Nice. Yep. I go, right, come on then. Everyone onto my back as I cast polymorph on myself and turn myself into a
Okay.
giant eagle.
Caw! There's,
Go, "Caw!"
see this giant eagle appear. Assuming you all kind of cooperate and
Well, I think I put Soleil on my back because she's
Yeah,
A
just
big
gonna
girl.
and that would just
Dangle.
make weight
dangle
weight distribution easy enough.
okay.
Yeah.
So Gregory and John Claude in the claws, the talons, and Soleil on the back as you start flying off over the village of Shadowdale, where you see all these locals all kind of come out of their huts and houses and look at you pass by with
So I look over to the JC. It's like, this is very embarrassing, isn't it? It's just like my legs are just kind of dangling down, my arms are to the side.
I've got a bit of a wedgie, if I'm honest.
Not very comfortable, you know.
No, I
My
think
arm
I've,
is
I think
chafing.
I've got my feet. I think I've got my feet. Imagine if you were like gonna give somebody a boost, and you like put your hands together for them to put their foot in. I think I've got my feet like that underneath me, and you're both like sat in my little claws, facing each other.
Your little claws.
So we're making eye contact. It's like, well, actually, in this case, it's quite romantic. I've never noticed how deep and cerulean your eyes are, JC.
Don't you flirt with him.
I give him a wink and blow him a kiss.
I flush and almost fall off of Fiddler's
You
talons.
swoon.
as you fly off.
That's not how I thought this session was
No.
going to go.
No.
This is definitely sidetracked massively. Fiddle, where are you flying to?
South.
Cool. Great.
Manchester.
Just south towards Cedarsbrook.
Okay, so Cedarsbrook. So this is something I do know, just because it's something I did have to look up for the teleportation spell. So from Shadow Spell to Cedarsbrook, it is roughly / accurately-ish 1,260 miles away.
So I have an 80-foot flying speed. So it's 800 feet per minute.
800. You could go 60 miles a day.
60 miles a
Right,
day.
we'll be there in 80 days.
Yeah, that's a long way, and I can't really travel, more than a few hours until I don't have any spell slots left. Yeah, well, I will fly for an hour maybe, and then settle us down.
Okay, so you find like a safe spot nearabouts. You find there seems to be like a small little abandoned house on top of this hill by the kind of, it's a bit off the beaten path, off the road by about 5-10 minutes. It's surrounded by forest. You're looking at it. Roll me a perception check actually, and give it with advantage if you're the eagle.
Oh, not 20 on the first one.
That's 20. Okay. You're looking around and examining it, and there seems to be no life here. It seems to be long abandoned. Seems like almost the perfect respite for any weary travellers.
Nice, sounds good. Yeah, I fly us down there stealthily.
Fly down, everyone gets off, and you revert back into your gnomish form.
What is our next plan? Unless you've already said it, because I went to do the drink.
Well, we need to get to Cedarsbrook somehow.
We do. I can teleport us in the morning, but I think first of all we need to have a sleep. I am sorry, everyone.
You're a fool, Fiddle. Damn fool.
Still feel like there's something out there, but I can't say that with any real certainty. So I'm not going to say it was lucky, but we'll see. We'll see. What's done is done, and I am sorry.
I go and give him a cuddle. It's okay, I forgive you.
Jesus Christ, a whole hour in the air and you still smell of wet dog.
That is not very nice. I just drop him.
I prestidigitate you to remove the smell entirely. Look at that. Now you smell like flowers to match your personality.
You're so cute. See, this is how you should be speaking to me, Gregory.
What do I even have to do with this conversation right now?
I heard you talking to Jesse.
What?
You know what I mean.
We were 1,000 feet up in the air. I had to shout to hear him.
I have good ears.
I've never noticed.
I'm a werewolf. Don't grunt at me.
Can we just go to bed now, please? I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm gonna ritual pop up Liam's tiny hut.
Pop it up inside the abandoned house. There's not really any bedding or anything in here, so you might have to revert back to bedrolls and a bit more of an uncomfortable sleep.
Just clean, shaven, ready. We could have just stayed in bed, Fiddle. We could have just stayed in bed and everything would have been fine. We would have been in Cedarsbrook come morning.
Yeah, quite possibly. Or we could have woken up with our throat slit. Not saying it's likely, I'm just saying it's a possibility. They were weird.
At least if we died, everything would be over.
You said, are we in with these guys 100%? Because you were like, well, yes, we should be in 100%. In your little nasally, gnomish voice.
It's not very nice.
It's true, though, isn't it? And you say, yes, we're in 100%. We're going to trust these people. I saw Molich and I wanted to kill him. But yet I still followed the rules.
I followed the rules. I followed the rules entirely. I did exactly as they
You
said.
didn't give them the
I just
crown.
wanted to double
If you
check
had
their
given them the
information.
crown, we could still be there.
But it's not their crown.
What does the crown
it's
even
an incredibly
do?
powerful
What does it
article.
do?
It allows you to open a portal into the Shadowfell. It's what we used to escape the Shadowfell. Remember?
Okay, I remember. Quite a while ago. It's like a month.
But this is very, very systematically linked to Asarak. It's a powerful artifact, and yeah, sure, if they were trustworthy, they're probably the best people to have it. But we really don't 100% know what's going on here, which is all I was trying to do. Corroborate their story, find out what was actually going on. And yeah, Asarak was, I presume, in the space where Shah should be. So it does seem like Asarak has killed Shah and then killed Mistra. Even so, Elminster I would trust more, but these weird people he has, like, looking after him,
What if they poisoned him?
it's a possibility.
Why would Molich be there?
Why would Molich be there exactly? Exactly. It's all falling apart for them. I'm not saying it's, 100%. I'm just saying we should be cautious, and handing over very powerful artifacts was not my idea of being cautious.
I still feel like we fucked that up quite a lot.
That is the other possibility, yes.
I feel like this is more than a possibility.
Yeah, I think I did fuck up 3 times in a row there.
Yes. I think you did.
Yes. But hey, we survived, we got out.
And now we're...
Now we're off the grid. We're on our own. We're the ones who are going to save the goddamn world at the end of the day.
Fiddle.
Yes, but on our own.
Yeah.
As you say that, you hear this faint voice in the back of your head.
Interesting.
Only you hear it, no one else does.
Does anybody else hear anything?
No.
I just heard a voice say Asarak in my head.
What?
Don't want to alarm anyone.
What?
don't want to alarm anyone. I just heard a pretty evil sounding voice in my head say, Asarak.
Well, gentlemen, Soleil, really feels like potentially this is it. And I think the best course of action to take currently is to kill ourselves.
Yeah, all right. I've been thinking about it for a while.
For a little while now, I've been thinking that we should kill ourselves. Well, no, in actuality, maybe fairly lost.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
You're
We're
hearing
still the
voices.
most capable people we've
You're
ever
hearing
met.
voices.
Yes, so are you.
Yes, I'm
with
hearing
your
you, but I
sword.
know what's talking to me.
Yeah,
And
a
it's
good
simply
point.
just a...
Who's talking to me? Hello?
Hello.
You don't hear a reply.
I don't know what to do.
Well, if only we knew some kind of powerful wizard that could probably answer some of your questions. It could maybe provide us with some help.
So if only he wasn't being ripped apart mentally by the weight of the weave.
We need to go see a psychiatrist.
After all this is done, that's the first place we'll go.
You need some pills.
Group therapy.
If killing ourselves is off the table, then I suggest...
No, it's still on the table.
No. No.
The only thing left to do is to bring the entire wrath of the Nine Hells down upon Azarak.
Here, here.
Alone. Again.
Together.
Alone. Together. Again.
Naturally.
It'd be nice to have some help.
Yeah, it would. But like JC said, it's probably going to be just us anyway.
You're just like the most antisocial friendship group ever.
I'm not antisocial.
Flitting from school to school, getting expelled.
You kind of creep people out. Didn't want to bring it up, but yeah, you kind of creep quite a lot of people out, actually.
Is it because I'm bold?
Well, no, you just don't really seem to understand social cues.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Well, neither do you.
Well, it's like when someone says hello to you, you tend to just assume that they want to sleep with you.
What is your problem? What is with humans? Sex is natural.
Well, I didn't realize
We should
you were
all do it
racist.
now. Come on, everyone. Take your clothes off.
Do you see what I mean? You see what I mean? You've completely misread the situation.
You have, Soleil, I'm sorry, but...
I'd like to start rebuttoning my shirt.
You just hear this fast
I
of
love
the
that.
belt as John Claude's like, okay. Switch.
Funny.
Never mind.
Switch gears.
Orgies off.
Just gonna go smoke an angry fag.
Yeah, I go right. On that note, good night, everyone. As I dim the light in the
So you dim the light, and you will finally have a long rest 2 hours later. So you can mark them off. John Claude, you can finally level up to 14 now. So.
Oh, yeah.
I toss and turn and can't help but imagine that Fiddle could have, instead of pulling out the hut, could have done the mansion.
Yeah, it's you got like this jagged, broken bit of splint wood that's kind of digging into your back, so you're gonna have to like kind of shuffle over, and then there's just another bit of splint, and you're like, oh.
Can I sleep outside? Not that that's relevant to anything, but can I do my thing and
Yeah.
Get my bedroll
Yeah,
out?
of course you can. Yeah, you find like a nice little spot. You go outside and you think this once probably kept pigs. This was like sort of like a light. There's like a pen outside with like trodden over dirt and stuff, and find like a spot there where you're like, oh, it's quite level ground. I'll sleep out here tonight.
Can I follow him?
Yeah, if you want.
Just so he doesn't get hurt.
Okay, so JC, you find your like place of solitude to sleep by, and you close your eyes, smile creeps up on your face. You're like, you know, my favourite part of the day. I get to sleep alone, and then you hear these like trudging of feet.
I just wrap my arms around him.
Stop! I'm here, JC. Do not worry. You have nothing to fear now. I'd like to open just like one eye and say big spoon or little spoon.
I will be Big Spoon.
Perfect. All right, I'll shuffle in.
Okay. Smells a wet dog, but it's warm.
No, I smell like flowers.
Oh, sorry, you
Fiddle said.
smell of flowers now. Yes.
Yeah.
As sleep overcomes all of you, Gregory, you just can't seem to get awake as these like jagged splints of wood sticking out from the floor just keep digging into your back, and you, after about 10-15 minutes of trying to force yourself asleep, you're like, right, that's it, and you open your eyes and you can't move. You look up and you see just this like dark clouded sky with red lightning strikes across, and you're stuck on the spot, and then you feel a searing pain in your chest, and it grows. And it hurts to breathe, and you look down at your torso, and you see these spikes sticking out from within. And you look down behind you, and you see you're kind of lofted up on this wooden palisade spike out from the ground, as you are currently impaled in one. You see this creature walk before you, a creature that you're familiar with. Devil with wings on its back, long robes, just rolls and rolls of fat, no neck, and this just weird egg-shaped head. So you see that Amnesu before you. Gregory Sigismund, you had him. You had him.
I know. And I failed. Surprise, surprise.
You feel yourself drop a couple of inches as the palisade kind of like drops you a little bit before stopping, and you impale deeper into it as it like pushes through your body, opening up the hole larger. You betrayed me.
I think you kind of hired the wrong man. The wrong job. Bet on the wrong horse, you fool.
He starts chuckling, and there's like toothy grin that stretches from ear to ear as he's like, that is a shame. As he starts holding up this, you see, it almost looks like a lantern cage, but there's no like glass in it. And he starts holding it up, and it's all made of silver. And you see in the center of it seems to be this like light source, this orb that seems to be flittering in between it, almost like in Shrek with the fairy court. And it seems to be just bouncing from like bar to bar, but can't seem to escape.
What is that?
What do you think, Elizabeth? Should we cut it loose? And he just looks back up at you.
How did you get that?
Just doesn't reply.
This is some kind of trick. Foul sorcery.
He looks at you and he's like, do you like to say hi?
I don't believe you.
And you see him kind of open up a door in the cage, and he puts his fingers in, and he got these long nails, and he kind of plucks the light orb, and you hear this kind of like screeching in pain as he just kind of like pulls it out. It seems to be like a force pulling against his hand as he pulls it out and holds it in between his fingers. As you hear this voice emanate from it. Gregory, where are you?
No.
It hurts, Gregory.
It can't be.
It hurts. Where are you?
Release her.
You see him just pull back the orb, And he kind of just chucks it into the cage once more and closes the door as it starts kind
try
of
and
bouncing
reach for
against
it.
the bars. You try and reach and you're stuck on these palisades and you kind of like try pulling yourself off, but you're kind of stuck on there. He's sort of like down from you. You're looking down at like an incline.
Yeah.
And he's like,
It was never part of the bargain.
look, he lifts up the cage and then looks back at you and he's like, she'll make a fine bride. And then you see this forked tongue that lolls out from his mouth and just kind of like dangles past his chins down to the robe, and he kind of licks the cage up one side.
I swear it.
He's as still as a rock. I don't know. He's still.
As still as a
Yeah.
I swear on all the powers of Helm. I'll free myself from this bond and I'll see your head on this spike.
He looks up at you and he's like, come and get me if you like. But in the meantime, we'll be having some fun, won't we? And he kind of like starts turning his back
kill
towards you,
you.
starts walking.
I'll kill you! Do you hear me? I'll kill you! Come back! Don't walk away from me, you cowards!
You start feeling the palisades just start pushing up through your torso, causing more and more pain as it's starting to split you in two. And before you get right to the edge where you fall apart, you wake up once more.
I shake Fiddle awake.
Okay.
Yes.
How do we get to the astral plane, Fiddle?
The astral plane.
Yes.
Why on earth do you want to get there?
Well, it is a matter of great urgency. How do we get there?
I might be able to help. Bring me my book.
Where is it?
In my backpack.
Are you not read?
No, it's in my jacket. Bring me my jacket. Over there.
Hand him his jacket.
So yeah, out of character, we leveled up to level 14 recently, and I haven't taken my 2 spells that I get per level. One of those spells is plane shift. I can shift us to other planes.
Okay.
So we could go. I just need to learn this spell, and then we could go with a 7th level spell.
Should we do a quick side quest to go and do like a little boss fight?
Well, yeah, I think, looking through the book. Why do you need to go to the? Why?
He's got Elizabeth.
Where exactly?
Somewhere in the astral plane. It might be one realm of hell, I'm not too sure. Where do Abzus reside? What level?
Ooh, where do Abzus reside, Oliver?
You did a bit of research on this.
We did. They're in the first layer.
You know
aren't
they're
they?
in the
The first layer.
first layer in Avernus. But you didn't get any more information out of that, and that was within your mansion. So this was within knowledge that you had that Gregory was pouring through, and yeah, that's how much you managed to ascertain at this point. But in terms of pinpointing them within that layer, you're not too sure.
Okay.
Wait. The sword.
The sword.
He gave it to me. Not use a scrying spell?
We could. We might need to be on the same plane of existence, maybe. Let me look quick as I flick through some more books. Yeah, we would need to go to the Nine Hells first, but I could then scry on him. I'm not sure what it would tell us, and I'm not sure what we would be able to see, but
Worth a
it
try.
would definitely help. It's definitely worth a try.
This frees me from my bond. Makes me less unreliable.
So what happened? He's got her?
He's got Elizabeth. Trapped
Are you
her
sure?
soul in a cage.
You know what, Gregory? You may be being tricked. You may be being hoodwinked, he may be lying to you, but you trusted me unequivocally earlier, so let's go to the 9 hells. The 9 hells.
Let's go
in the
to 9 hells.
Sort of sells itself, that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to go there at least
Foreshadowing.
once, right? Yeah. Should we go and grab the others quick? Have a quick chat about this? Or should we finish up this conversation in the morning?
I suppose. Wait. Sleep on it.
I will almost certainly need some time to prepare this spell.
Yes.
We might be worth going to Cedarsbrook first. I could probably figure out the spell on the way there. You know, at least go towards Cedarsbrook maybe.
So if we get the phylactery.
Maybe, but I mean, yeah, if I figure out this spell, like, we could just go from anywhere. We could just go to the 9 hells, and then when we come back here, we can just designate a point when we come back here, I think. I think that's how it works.
Okay. So we get the phylactery. We then go to the 9. We kill this fake watcher. Free me from my bond. And then we kill Azarak.
Go to the Winchester, have a cold pint, and wait for all this to blow over.
That sounds like a plan, Gregory. That
Okay.
sounds like a plan to me.
Okay. Thank you, Fiddle.
Honestly, like I said, you trusted me unequivocally, and I'll never forget that.
Appreciate it.
So, as you finish up your long rest, Solo,
Hello?
your dreams take you back to Luskin, to the northernmost coastal city on the Sword Coast. It's the first city you arrived at when you came to civilization after your brief stint with death. You dream of meeting people for the first time, different races, different mortal races. You dream of visiting a tavern for the first time, what it was like to drink your first beer, what it was like to eat nice cuisine food, to have friends. You also learn what it was like to hunt as the wolf, and it takes you back to the first full moon in the city where you found yourself becoming the wolf itself, and Sahala trying to help you through the process, and you slashing at Sahala and her turning into a wolf herself and trying to fight you back within one of the tavern rooms. Remember you out in the cold breath of night in Luskin, running down the alleys, attacking any wayward sailors, sinking your teeth into them, the taste of blood, the pirate lords of Luskin putting out a bounty on the White Wolf. And you wake up in the morning as you see the sunrise creeping over the tree line where you've basically made rest, and you see John Claude's being Little Spoon in your arms, and you can see as you like kind of wake up and you're like, oh, it's just a dream, it's all good. You look down at John Claude and you've got him in this really tight headlock where you've been like sort of tensing all
Oh
night,
no!
and he's sort of like, and your other arm
Is he
sort of like,
alive?
he's alive, but he's in like a twisted position.
In a coma.
And John Claude, you're awake as well, but you're struggling to breathe as she's sort of like twisting you to a point where like someone with immense strength could just rip someone in two.
For
And
fuck's sake, Ollie, the first time they're near me and I'm trying to kill them.
as just sort of like not choking him out, but like you're in the midst of like.
I let go immediately.
Okay, so
I'm so sorry. It was a bad dream.
Shit happens.
Next time you be Big Spoon.
I can try.
I'll wear you like a backpack.
It's jetpack.
What's a jetpack?
Sorry. Like a Hessian sack.
Nice. I love it.
So, you all wake up one by one in the morning. What would you all like to do? Roll me a survival check.
Can I hunt for some breakfast, please?
Survival check.
So we're not eating turnips.
Survival
Okay.
check. And this will determine what you can hunt and then like how well you cook it as well. We'll roll it over as one check.
Okay, because I do have, like, depending on the terrain, I do have, like, advantages
You
and
do.
stuff.
You will have advantage here.
Okay. Alright, okay. What the fuck? I hate the app so much. God damn it.
You should definitely just use the website.
No, I should use paper.
Nice.
30.
30.
30.
He finds the Grand Hotel.
Yeah. I find a 7-course tasting menu.
Okay, so upon waking up, you all sort of like, say like morning, how's it going and stuff like that. You see John Claude's already gone out hunting, and in rapid time, he comes back about 20 minutes later as you're all sort of woken up, and he's got strung over his shoulders this kind of he's got two rabbits. He's sort of pulling kind of half a deer carcass with him, like really having to pull it along with him, as well as some pheasant as well, as he's like hunted all this different kind of meat in about 20 minutes, and starts kind of cooking it up into different sort of meats, whether you make it into a stew, whether you cook them separately, make different cuisines. It's up to you really.
Yeah, see, I was thinking I sort of, I came back with like 4 moose bouches and like, 4 crab bisques, followed by like 4 foie gras.
Sure, he comes back with like ready-made plates.
There's a cheese course, an assiette of lemon.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
I'll say with your survival check, you come back, and before you come back to meet the others, you find there's like a cellar to this house, and in the cellar there's like a pantry full of all this like food that's still amazingly well preserved, where you can sort of like put together these amazing banquet style meals for everyone, as everyone gains 20 temporary hit points from John Claude's
Fuck yeah.
meal for the day.
Score.
We should probably go and get us right now.
If only I could roll like that with my magic box.
Yeah. Then you had a plus 13 to your magic box.
I've got a plus 9,
It's not bad.
I think.
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
9 to investigation. Still, plus 13 to survival is just a bit ridiculous.
So, you all eat up breakfast. It takes you around to, I'd say, about 7:30. Cold air's starting to linger, as again you're starting to approach winter. So you've got like the golden hour sun rising over, but it's still like the frost that's laying down on the grass below. As you're sort of finishing up breakfast, finishing up your cheese boards. It's nice little pallets that John Claude's prepared.
Gorgeous.
This is beautiful, JC. It's absolutely incredible.
What can I say?
Never had finer food.
Yeah, I think especially for Soleil, you've not really experienced foods in this manner before. Like, you've eaten food, you've had different meals, but you've not had it where it's sort of like been made to look pretty and, taken out, and John Claude saying, this cleanses the palate, whilst this, like, supposed to invoke different taste buds and stuff like that. So, it's a new experience for you.
I'm like too scared to eat it because I don't want to ruin it.
Can't say I dig in. It's rude otherwise.
Okay, I nod my head and I'll just start scoffing it.
Okay, you see Soleil just werewolf style devour the food.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, what are you all doing?
So, considering the Conan the Barbarian sword music is playing, I'm going to do sword practice.
Okay. So you take out Blackbraids and you see Gregory's outside doing some sword practice in the ruins pen, sort of just...
Can we fast travel? Or do we have to go to the location
That's not a
first?
thing in D&D.
Okay, Gregory,
Yes.
I think we have a conversation to have with the others.
Yes. We're going to the Nine Hells.
I thought you were coming out.
Gregory.
As you
That
may
took me a
well know, I'm a
second.
proud bisexual man.
Gregory would like us to go to the Nine Hells. He believes his girlfriend, his wife, girlfriend,
Wife.
partner,
Wife.
his wife is being held hostage there. You know, the wife who died,
Yeah.
maybe not so permanently dead.
Is she a playable character?
Fuck's sake.
Could be.
You would like to play Bobby's wife? Interesting. I think she's incredibly, important to Gregory.
Yeah, but so is that stupid sword. And himself.
Well, look, it goes hand in hand, okay? Yes, I'm very important to myself.
Yeah.
And-
yeah.
Killing the Abzu in the Nine Hells frees me from the bond to the sword.
Sorry, yes, that's probably more important.
Okay.
Yeah, well, not more. No,
Can
not
his-
more important than rescuing his wife.
Can your wife get us to the place faster than Fiddle?
No.
Well, no,
Definitely not.
we're going to the place first. We're going to
No, I think
Cedarsbrook.
he means Cedarsbrook.
Yeah. We're going to Cedarsbrook first?
Yes, we're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
Cedarsbrook
I think we
first.
should go to. We should definitely go
Oh.
to Cedarsbrook first.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, will someone call us a cab?
I mean, I can.
We're not
teleport us
heading in.
there.
You can teleport us there.
Yeah, I can teleport us there.
God just said we can't fast travel.
I can
Yeah,
fast
yeah.
travel,
So,
don't
so
worry
there's
about
spells that can, but I assume you meant it in the way of video games, where you just go to a flag post, and
Yeah, I
then you
did.
go to another.
Yeah,
flag
I open up my
post,
map. Yeah, open up my Mac, click on it, and then
Surprisingly,
you have not visited this
Yeah.
location yet. Oh, okay, fine.
surprisingly, it is a lot safer to plane shift to the Nine Hells and then plane shift back to Cedarsbrook, because I can sort of guarantee that we will end up in a general location. It's not as direct. Like, I can't say I want to teleport to the attic of the house I grew up in, whereas the teleport spell can do that. But if I'm not very familiar with the place, I can plane shift us there and say, like, this layer of hell. Or when we come back, I can say Cedarsbrook, and we would arrive at Cedarsbrook, no fail. But that would take multiple days.
Why didn't we get to Cedarsbrook last time we tried to teleport?
So I've been thinking about this. I think because we weren't technically on the same plane of existence. We were in a pocket dimension, which it gets all a bit all over the place when magic starts to, mess around with that. Is a pocket dimension another plane of existence? I mean, yes, in certain scenarios, no in others, and so yeah, I think that's what stopped us. We weren't on the prime material plane. But now we are again. So as it currently stands, I've only got a description of Cedarsbrook.
Well, you've been to the Gulf of May Forest, have you not?
Yeah, it's a good point actually, Ollie. I've clearly been to Salt Rock before, and this was before we started playing. What have I seen? Have I been to Cedarsbrook
Yeah.
before?
So how I would rule this, because I was under the assumption, this is how you would travel there. With how it's worded as well, because you have been through the Gulf of Mere Forest, but in terms of you playing Fiddle, you've never thought to kind of, as far as I'm aware, look at the map, look at Cedarsbrook and be like, what is that before this has come into play? So in terms of like Fiddle's sort of imagination, and with you as well, I would assume that like you've not really heard of this or knew it existed before you saw it on the map and went, oh, that's a place in the Gulf of Mere Forest. Okay, now I have a description of it.
Okay.
But in terms of going any further than that, I will say no in this regard.
Okay. How about the Gulf of Mere Forest in general? Would you say that would bump it up to viewed once or seen casually? Have I travelled through there? I'm just thinking it might be better to teleport to somewhere that I've been that's close by, and then travel the day or so it'll take to get there.
I would say if we're saying like out of game wise, it'd probably be better just to teleport there. Just because Gulfamere Forest, not that I've mapped it consistently, but it is actually like hundreds of miles long. So even traveling there, it will still take like travel time to get there. Whereas teleporting there might expedite it. It might not, but that's sort of like the whole crux of teleportation, isn't it? It's like, you know, there's a chance it'll fail. It's slimmer the more you know it, but it's also, you know, rolling the dice and seeing what the dice decide.
That is fair. That is still only like a less than 50-50 chance of getting there. And we don't have an associated object at all, do we? No. Well, fuck it. What other option have we got?
I don't see
We
we
don't
have
really
any.
have any other-
Oh.
No, not at all. Not at all. I say we go for it. I say we just teleport there and see what happens. Hope that the gods are on our side.
Okay, so
Apparently they're all dead.
Yeah, it does seem it. It does.
okay,
seem
so
it.
Fiddle, you're casting teleport.
Yeah. We gather everyone up, gather all of our things together,
So you finish up your last
pull ourselves into a big old circle.
your last cheese and pickle cracker, shove it in, and then you start rubbing your hands together and cast teleport. Roll me a D100, please.
Here we go. D100. I look around at everybody holding their hands in a little circle. I go once more into the breach, 9 hells. Ready to save the world, everyone?
Well,
Yes.
okay.
JC?
Yes.
And away!
I'm ready.
32. Not good.
Okay, so
So it's a bit bumpy.
so as you all see, as Fiddle starts swinging his arm around in a circle and starts activating the runes, as they all launch up, as you all start feeling this kind of arcane impact against your torsos. You all take 16 points of force damage as the teleport starts rifling around and kind of shocking you in different places.
Good thing we had that breakfast.
And then, okay, so it's over to me to roll now, I believe.
Yeah, I think they're all for you to roll, to be honest.
Spells, unpredictable magic. Each teleport creature takes 3d10, and the DM re-rolls on the table. Okay.
Yeah, but that's in the first roll. It's supposed to be GM. as
Oh,
well.
is it?
Yeah, it was nice
Oh.
that you let me roll there.
Well,
That's
I think
very
it's because it's your spell. It should be you. Anyway.
Yeah. good. Yeah, I felt like God.
But yeah, so you see Fiddle kind of launches it up. It doesn't work, but he's still holding on to the circle as he goes to like pull up once more for the runes to activate. Oh shit. Fucking hell. Okay, so that's going to be another 3d10 damage.
All of us.
Yep.
Yep.
For why?
We've already taken 16 damage.
No, speak for yourself.
I refuse.
You all take another 17 force damage as the teleport again doesn't seem to work. As you're all seeing Fiddle, he's like struggling to like get the runes to activate as you're all taking all this force damage. Fiddle, you can roll this next one.
Nice. Here we go. T100. 22.
Oh
Another
my
3d10.
God.
I've broken my character on D&D Beyond.
So make sure to make a note of this damage then. Good thing that John Claude did the food. That's another 10 points of force damage.
10 points of force damage. Oh dear. Yeah, another D100.
Okay. 51 this time.
51. That's still. Oh no, that's off target. Fuck. Or is it similar area? Ah, fucking similar.
So
That's so rubbish.
you're all standing in this house as you see him Fiddle just like lift up his hand, almost like he's pulling on some strings, and you're all taking this force damage but not going anywhere inside this like magical circle, and you're all slowly getting more and more pissed off as it's it's like taking an electric shock but like amplified, as finally whoosh, the runes lift up and then you see like blaring white light for a long moment before as you all kind of land back down, you see Fiddle, you've kind of like landed down, and this circular rune kind of burns into the grassy ground around you.
Jesus. That was a bad trip.
As you've all taken a bunch of damage, sort of panting heavily as you've all been shot loads, as you look around, and there's all these lovely green vine trees about everywhere. Luscious green grass, dirt path. And the dirt path leads through all the kind of trees, and you're seeing these, what are they called? Like kind of tiki stands, are they? The wooden kind of stands with like the fire coming off the top. Kind of lining the pathway down in this like forest as you've landed by the side of this kind of trodden path.
Okay. Where the fuck are we?
Good question.
It's a big question. It's a very big question. FM, straight up.
So, you see Chip Chip and FM, sorry, not FM, Fiddle, you're the only one at the moment who knows, you know, the teleport hasn't worked. For everyone else, it's like, oh, we're in the forest. Okay. Gulfamere Forest.
Like, I don't think we landed where we're supposed to. I think it's going to be somewhere similar. But...
As, you send FM up, and he starts flying up past the tree line, up into the sky.
Nice, look through his eyes.
Okay. He's looking through these misty eyes. He flies up and up and up, and then looks around. And you can see you're on some... There's a forest around you. And then past the forest is... water. Seems to be on an island.
On an island?
And you can see there's like a coastline on the other side of the island, a couple miles off. And you're looking around, and you can see on the other side of the island where the forest is situated that you're in at the moment, there seems to be some space with these like large stone pillars, almost like a druidic circle seems to be positioned on the other side. And you can see there's kind of like a mass of people that have been living on the other side of the island, all in these different thatched roofs with moss roofs. And you can see there's dozens and dozens of people all dressed in these kind of druidic-like clothing. And as you look down in the forest, you can see there's already people that seem to be moving through the forest towards your way. As, yeah, you're like kind of hovering there with FM.
Okay. So I know exactly what the time is, yeah?
You know exactly what the time is.
What is the time that I would imagine the sun to be in the sky compared to what the sun is actually in the sky?
The time is about, I'd say probably like went on a bit about like 10 minutes. I'd say it's about 8 a.m. because you did eat and stuff. So it's about 8 a.m.
Nice.
Just gone past. And judging by where the sun is and where you were, you've definitely overshot your mark by probably another... See, you are keen mind, so it wouldn't be like hazard I guess. It's...
I can also, you know, I could create a sextant in my hand and like measure exactly how high the sun is over the horizon.
Yeah, it's more just sort of saying. I'd say roughly you've overshot by about 1,000 miles.
Okay. And how far was the distance? That was about 1,000 miles.
It was about 1,200 miles to the Gulf of Mir. You shot 1,000 over there.
Okay.
So you've gone south a lot further than you wanted to.
Okay. Well, we can try again tomorrow.
Oh, well, Can I figure out where we are?
You can roll me a survival check.
No, as it we know whereabouts we are. We were heading towards where we wanted to go. It was 1,200 miles away, and we overshot by 1,000
Actually,
miles.
1,000? Oh, there's no point in figuring out where we are. We're not freezing
John
to death.
Claude,
Yeah, 1,000 miles.
roll me a nature check
Yep.
actually rather than survival, because this would be nature.
21.
Okay, so looking at this forest and assuming Fiddle's sort of like just relaying everything that he said, it's an island, you know, off the coast somewhere. You're looking around at the forest itself, and it's been magically created, a lot of it. Like it's been all made. And trying to put two and two together. Where you are based with your bakery and where Fiddle was describing, you figured you're not actually too far from the land of Termish. And this place is actually on one of the original maps I put on. So Allagan was where your bakery was, and you seem to be, from what Fiddle's describing, on an island that seems to emulate what some people refer to as the Eyes of Sylvanus? The Eyes of Sylvanus, these two islands. And they're located in the sort of like Vilhon Reach channel that go out into the Sea of Fallen Stars. You think from what he said, you're in Grandalore Forest, which is on the island of Ilogon, which is
Yeah. Okay.
which is the home to the Emerald Enclave.
Here are the Emerald Enclave, JC.
I roll a history check.
Okay, we'll say that's the final roll of the night. You can roll a history check to find out who the Emerald Enclave are.
16.
16. So they are made up of druidic circles, and their whole ethos, their mission, the tenets they live by is to preserve nature at all costs. Some people call them zealots, while other people call them heroes, basically. They worship primarily nature gods, and they are very much hostile to outsiders, and even more hostile as of recently towards mages, because they believe that everything that's happening in terms of the world falling apart and the divines not talking to them is the result of the mages misusing the weave.
Okay. I'd like to tell everyone that I think we should lay low until we can get out.
Okay.
Ladies and germs, I think we are going to have some problems here. The natives are not going to be very hospitable. So unless someone has a boat in their pocket, we should probably stay in the tiny hut until Fiddle can get us out of here.
I mean, I can get us out of here, like tomorrow, but I'm fairly certain we do have a boat in our pocket. Or at least in your bag of holding.
I think that would be wise.
Well,
Maybe.
we should have just killed ourselves.
Bing, 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 bing.
Bing, bing.
That's the ending.
Yeah, and that is where we'll pick up next session.
Beautiful.